Yo! What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Not So Slim Shady. Shout out Kavos, asshole. In today's video, I am going to be breaking down my section of Unforgivable, which is Deji's diss track that he dropped on KSI featuring Jallow, Dax, and myself. I'm not going to break down everybody else's part. You know, for one, they might want to make a video on them themselves. I might misinterpret something that they meant, so I'm just not going to speak on their behalf, but I know exactly what I meant, and I know I've got some hidden fucking layers in this shit, and you guys need to know what I said, and if KSI's watching, he needs to know the other stuff that I said too. Because I said a lot of shit, but keep a couple things in mind real quick. Number one, I flew to LA with the intent on making a diss track with Deji on Randumb, not KSI. I've never talked about KSI in one of my diss tracks. Well, I mean, I talked about it one time, but it wasn't even like a diss. It was just a diss with Randolph, and I said JJ's name one time, but I never made a diss track on KSI. Number two, I wrote my verse in 3 hours after this song was already recorded with everybody else on it, because KSI name dropped me in his diss track on Quadeca, which dropped Tuesday. A lot of people think that we had pre-access to Aries or something like that. No, I'm just that sick of a writer. I don't mean to blow my own horn, but toot fucking toot. And number three, I like tacos and food because it never lets me down. So if you call me fat, road a shot, go fuck yourself. It is funny the amount of reaction videos I've seen to this, and they're like, what's this fat white dude doing here? And then I get on the mic and I go, oh shit, this fat white dude can rap. It's cheeseburgers, okay? Road a shot, if you want to start rapping better, eat cheeseburgers, because you can't rap worth fucking shit. But you are funny. But that's enough of that. I'm gonna go ahead and get on into breaking this down for you guys. I will be pausing quite a bit because every line has a hidden meaning to it, or it has a diss that you might not have caught, or you might have caught it, but I'm just gonna pause it and reiterate it. So here we go! I'm gonna make myself smaller on the screen because I can't do it in real life. It's kind of funny it took a nobody for you to finally rap for once. Alrighty, so a couple things with this line right here. So actually, before I even start rapping, I am wearing a Rap or Die t-shirt. And if you guys are unfamiliar, when KSI dissed me in his song, he talked about my song Rap or Die. Basically just shitting on it, I guess. I don't even know what he was talking about whenever he said it. I guess he was saying Rap or Die wasn't a hit, or I don't know what he was really saying about it. But in the song Rap or Die, I say that if I have to do these auto-tune tracks and mumble and have face tats and stuff like that to be a rapper, that I would rather die. And like I said earlier, I had no plans of making a KSI diss track or anything like that. I had no idea that he was gonna say that about me in his song, literally no idea whatsoever. But I had just made these Rap or Die t-shirts a week prior to this, and I ordered it before anybody else could order it, and that shirt got there literally the day that I left for my flight. And I threw it in my suitcase as you know what, I gotta represent my own merchandise in a diss track that I was supposed to do on Randolph. But then KSI talked about me in his diss track and literally dissed the song Rap or Die, so I just thought it'd be just a funny just desserts sort of thing to wear the Rap or Die shirt in every frame that I was in on this. Number two, this was a slight nod and reference to Net Nobody. If you guys are unfamiliar, Net Nobody and KSI had a really bad beef. I don't know if it was last year or maybe the year before. It was in recent memory. But I was just saying it's funny that it took a nobody for you to finally rap for once, and KSI made some of his better songs back in those days where he was rapping a little bit on those diss tracks. But this is also a reference to me saying that I'm a nobody, but he made his diss track on me where he was actually rapping a little bit. I was like, it's funny that it took a nobody like me saying that you can't rap for you to finally rap for once.
Okay, so now my name's a dropping, thanks for that. The Crypts and Nifty since a whip and a Randall's ass.
Alrighty, this line is in reference to KSI name dropping me, and I'm basically just saying, you know what, thanks for name dropping me, because my crypt has been empty since I ripped into Randolph's ass. So it's basically just saying, in my grave or a crypt of dead bodies of, YouTubers that I'm piling up right here, it's empty because Randolph has already decomposed inside of my grave, and now, I'm waiting on somebody else to fill the grave in. This is also in reference to a line that I say here in just a little bit, where I say a fat man's gotta eat and you're a snack, and it's basically just saying I'm empty, okay? The crypt is empty, me, I am empty, and I'm hungry, so I'm coming to eat you.
You wanna step to me? Here's a welcome mat. The fat man gotta eat and bitch you a snack.
Alright, so there it was. There's another line saying that if you want to step to me, here's the fucking welcome mat. So I am welcoming you to step to me, which you have already done. But, it's just if you want to step to me, here, come on, come fucking do it. And then again, the fat man gotta eat you a snack. It's in reference to where I was empty earlier, and I'm hungry, and I'm fat, so I'm making a fat joke on myself. But I'm embracing that I'm fat, and I'm just gonna show you that this fat man is about to tear your soul out through lyrics.
You wanna be Aries, but you barely research. You the god of war, but I'm the god of rap. Bitch, bow to me until your hairy knees hurt. I'ma make you see how a real god reacts.
Alright, first of all, man, I paused on some horrible frames. Look at my fucking face. But basically, KSI called his track Aries, who is the god of war, and I did a lot of research on Aries, and Aries was a piece of shit. I mean, Aries had 9 kids, and they were all from his sister. All of the other gods laughed at him because his anger got so out of control that he would embarrass himself, which is so fitting for KSI. His anger got so out of control that he made this diss track, and everybody's laughing at it. I had that written in my notes, but I never made lines about it. But it's like a hidden meaning behind everything. You want to be Aries, but you barely even researched on him. All he saw was that he was the god of war, and he's like, okay, I'm the god of war, with his God complex. He talks nonsense, mediocre with a God complex. Shout out Quadeca. Basically, he's saying he wants to be the God of War Aries, and I'm telling him, you know, I'm the God of rap, because so many people reference to me saying that I'm trying to be like Eminem, and I'm basically just embracing that by saying I'm the rap God. But it's just showing him that I'm really good at rap, and, you know, you're not in war right now, you're in rap war. You know, it's a totally different thing, and, you know, if you want to see how a real God reacts to a diss, you come to me, okay? You're seeing how a real God reacts on a diss track. Obviously, I don't think I'm a god or anything like that. I know there's people better than me at rapping and stuff, but, you know, it was just a play on his own words.
You wanna rap, let's fucking rap, the beat pause that. I'ma pick up the pin and rip inside of his bullshit. Let us have a so we can't jizz in the snap.
Okay, so first of all, I had to throw in a fast flow because he made fun of me rapping fast, and I'm basically just doing it to mock him. Pick up the pin and rip inside of his ball sack. That's not just filler lines. I mean, I'm picking up my pin and I'm ripping in his ball sack. Then I proceed to say I've slit his epididymis so we can't jizz in a snatch. An epididymis, like, carries sperm throughout the balls, so if you slit it, you can't carry sperm and you can't produce babies. So I'm basically just saying that I take my pin that I write my rap bars with, and I'm slitting his ball sack, specifically the epididymis, which carries the sperm, so he can't jizz in a bitch's snatch to make kids. Shout out to me for using the word epididymis in a rap and making it work right. You can go fuck yourself if you don't like that.
I'm sorry, Andrew, man, I know that makes you sad, but we can't risk this man killing another kid, cause he can't cover his dick and his pull-out game is trash.
Alright, so this is like a quick, you know, jab right there at Randolph. It's in reference to the previous line where I'm slitting his epididymis so he can't jizz anymore. Saying, I'm sorry, Andrew, man, I know that makes you sad. Randolph's real name is Andrew. Saying, I know it's sad that he can't jizz on you anymore. Then I say, we can't risk this man killing another kid because he can't cover his dick and his pull-out game is trash. Obviously, it's in reference to the abortion thing. You know, it's public knowledge. It's not like I dug deep into the man's life or anything. If you pay attention to my section, the whole thing is just like shitting all over the abortion thing. And I say it like 7 different ways. But basically, it's just saying he can't cover his dick, he doesn't wear condoms, his pull-out game is trash because he's always jizzing in people, and there's the rumored multiple abortions.
In a rap fast, cause you can't fucking do it. You don't like it, well, time to suffer through it.
Alrighty. This is me just mocking him because he said I can rap fast, but I can't make a hit. And I'm basically just saying, I rap fast and I know you can't, so I'm just going to continue to rap fast because I know you can't do it. It's a skill that I have that you don't have. And then I said, if you don't like that, well, you can suffer through that. And, I mean, there's a hidden thing behind that. You guys probably won't even, like, understand what it means. But I'm saying, if you don't like that, well, time to suffer through it. And it's like a play on word with the word suffer, and I'm also saying sulfur, like, at the same time. And say, if you don't like that, well, and I don't know if you guys are where you're from, but, like, out here in the county where I live, there's these things called sulfur wells, and it's just water that smells like shit, but you drink it anyway because you know you need it. And I'm basically just saying, you don't like that, well, time to sulfur through it. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's one of those hidden things that don't really, like, pertain to the song or anything like that. But it's just like, it's cool to have double meanings like that, I thought.
And I'm killing him like I'm Kratos. Keep his kids kept in a drain hose.
Oh, man. So I originally had this idea thought up for the Randolph diss track where I was going to spell out Randolph is a bitch. But when they called on me to do the KSI part and I knew I was going to go after Dax, I was like, oh, fuck, I have to do something crazy. So I pulled this out of my arsenal. I was like, all right, I'm going to spell out KSI as a bitch. So if you don't really know what I mean when I say I'm spelling out KSI as a bitch, in these bars that I'm using alliterations, which means it's the words that start with the same letter. They're different words, but they're the same letter over and over again. And in this first part, the majority of the words that I use start with a K, and then I just kind of keep this pattern out. So the first one's a K, then the S, then the I, and then the other I, the S, the A, the B, the I, T, C, H. You know what I mean? I spell out KSI as a bitch, but I'm also using these alliterations in these bars that I'm using. A lot of the people that reacted to this caught that, and I'm glad they did. I was afraid people weren't going to catch it, but Jallow did a good edit job with it by showing you kind of what was going on. But that was like the main stab, that I was spelling out KSI as a bitch while rapping disses at him. But this first part, I said killing him like I'm Kratos. So if you guys don't know who Kratos is in the game God of War, Kratos beat Ares to become the God of War. So I'm saying I'm Kratos, he's Ares. That's the name of his diss track that he made on me and Quadeca and Dax. Keeps his kids kept in the drain hose. When they do an abortion, they suck the baby out pretty much through multiple drains and hoses and things. And I'm saying his kids are now inside of the drain hose because of the abortion thing. But again, it's just another jab at the abortion thing. You know, saying he doesn't have real kids. All the kids that he would have had are now inside of a drain hose.
Cause he shit is spitting, but he thinks he's sick cause every single side man say so.
Alright, there's the S part right there, and it's saying that he's bad at rapping, but he thinks he's good because every one of his sidemen says that he's good because they're all yes men, like Quadeca was talking about.
Idiot can understand the idioms I ain't him.
So here I'm keeping with the whole Greek mythology thing that KSI is going for. If you guys don't know who Icarus is, he and his dad were inventors, and they made wings one time. And Icarus' dad told him not to fly too close to the sun because it would melt the wax on the wings and you would fall to the ground and you would die. He also said not to fly too close to the water because the dew would clog the wings and he would fall and drown. But Icarus didn't listen and he flew too close to the sun and it melted the wax and he fell into the water and drowned. This is me saying that he's dumb like Icarus, but it's also me saying that he's flying too close to the sun, the heat that I'm spitting, and that everything that I'm saying is melting the wax off of his diss track, and that he's gonna fall and drown in the water or the flows that I'm spitting throughout this entire song. And then called him an idiot, saying that he can't understand any of these idioms that I'm throwing at him. I actually said that I ink at him, so like write down on a paper. But an idiom is like something that you have to dig to understand. So like it's raining cats and dogs. That is an idiom. Like you kind of understand what it means, but when you dig into the further meaning of it, you're like, okay, so it means it's raining really, really hard outside.
Sucks more than the stiff syringe that they sticking in the bitches snatch to suck out your slipsy man.
Oh my god. So this is the second S of the KSI is a bitch thing, and I'm saying that he sucks more than the syringe that they stick in a snatch to suck out his slipped semen. Which is another really elaborate way of shitting all over the abortion thing again. But I mean, a syringe sucks out his slipped semen or his kid out of someone's vagina because it's the abortion. Syringes suck out. Oh my, it's just crazy. Like that is crazy that I was able to fit all that in there. Still use the S alliteration and like make it make sense like that. Okay, so that is one of the only filler things I have is like, oh snap, it's an attack, can you catch what I'm at? That was more of like a rhyme scheme sort of thing to show him I can rhyme really well. And saying that, yeah, this is somewhat of an attack, but there's like not any disses in that. But then I say these bars are flying over your head like a bat. Bats fly overhead, you know, I'm saying these bars are going over his head and that he's not really understanding what I'm saying.
You're an idiot to involve me, I'll implode you. Trying to be like Evans because you fear the Trojan.
Oh, this is such a good line. For one in KSI's track, he's saying I was never involved, but then he involved me, and I'm saying that you're an idiot to involve me now, because I really wasn't involved. I never made a diss track on him. So I don't know why he made the diss track on me. Like, I made a video saying that he wasn't the best rapper, but I never, like, made a diss or anything like that. But then trying to be like Ares because you fear the Trojans. If you look up the history behind it, Ares was afraid of the Trojans and the Trojan War and stuff like that. But I'm also saying that KSI fears the Trojans because Trojan condoms, another abortion thing. That's the layers, bro. Layers.
Can't get on your cock because I'm not Randolph. He's your brain like a granioplast.
One of the lines he said in his diss track was saying that Crypt is now on my dick, and I'm saying I can't get on your dick because Randolph's already there. Another quick jab at Randolph, but then I say I'll seize his brain like a cranioplast, which is another abortion line. A cranioplast is when they crush the baby's brain to get it out of the uterus. So I'm saying I will seize his brain like a cranioplast or a cranioplast operation. Cranioplast is when they crush the baby's brain so it ceases to exist. Layers. Layers. That's what he said in the podcast. That was wrong with Quadeca. He didn't have layers and he wanted something new to the table. Here's your fucking layers. I am literally spelling out KSI as a bitch, which I have never seen anybody do before. I've seen like the alphabetical slaughters and stuff like that where people are doing alliteration straight in a row. I've never seen anybody spell something while doing the alliteration thing. Like, I have never seen that happen. So I don't know what more you want, KSI. Okay, I've got your layers. I've got your shit that's never been done before. What else do you want? Do you just want me to mumble and just like use auto-tune, and then will you like my music then? Will it be a hit for you then? No, it won't be, because I'm doing it, okay? If you were to do it, it would be a hit. If you did this, if you came on a track and you did something as crazy as what I am doing on this, your God complex would be just through the fucking roof, as if it's not already. I mean, it would be just unbelievable if you even remotely did anything close to what I've done right here. And your friends would be all over your shit. Be like, holy fucking dick, this guy's an amazing rapper. But because I'm saying it, and I'm some fat white dude from the country, I suck. So I can't make a hit. So it's all good, though. It's all good. It's all in friendly love and war diss tracks.
I'm trying to handle all these bars that I heave out. Get jabbed by this little prick and bleed out.
There I finished off with the H. Have fun trying to handle all these bars that I heaved out because I know they're going over your head. But also say get jabbed by this little prick and bleed out. He called me a little prick in his diss track, and I'm saying you're getting jabbed by this little prick. So now you're going to bleed out and you're going to die. But, you know, a prick is when you, like, barely get scratched and you bleed a little bit. I'm saying he's getting jabbed by this prick right here, this little prick, but he's going to bleed out from it. So there you go, guys. That is my section of the song that I wrote for Unforgivable. I literally don't know what else to do, okay? If you don't like that, if you still think that I'm a trash rapper after that, then, I mean, I don't even know what you want. I don't know what you want. But it's all good. I'm going to continue to make music. KSI, continue to make music yourself. I've said it in the past, I think that you are a good artist, I just don't think you're a great rapper. And I feel like you're failing to see the difference between what the two are. But it's all good, you know, you hope I die, I will die one day, so I guess you'll get your wish then. But until then, here's this for you.